Okay, it's officially time to own up to. I had a migraine that lasted about 3 or 4 days. It's like, I guess, a cluster for however you want to. I don't have that diagnosis yet. I just know that a rebound migraine, whatever you want to call it.
Mommy,
I was.
slippers on.
Thank you very much. I was basically unable to do much of anything for about 3 or 4 days. And in that process of time, I thought that because these were in the humidity dome that they would be okay. So I didn't check them, nor did I have anyone else check them. End result, have 4 trays of wilted microgreens. So we're going to lather, rinse, and repeat today, and we're going to start with we're going to add the new ones that I ordered, and we will be ordering some more of the other seeds soon.
Granny,
But just wanted to show you that.
Then we could grow our plants.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
It's almost time. And we're going to feature him a little bit in just a minute because I'm going to turn the camera around and talk to you. But I just wanted to show you, this is kind of, and this is also why I'm trying what is called a cold water therapy, or some people refer to it kind of as a polar plunge. Guys, I'm just, I've said it before, I'm trying my best to be well. And if this can help my health, it's supposed to help you stimulate your immune system. Mine is compromised. So, yeah, we'll talk more about that
Hey
shortly.
guys, this is the Ian and Remy channel. Hit like and subscribe and hit the bell for notification and leave us a comment.
We're so glad you joined us today. Grammy's gonna gonna ferment some carrots, and Ian's gonna go do a video on his iPad.
In Mommy's room.
Okay, so see you later, guys.
See you later, guys. Ow!
Ow, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, we're gonna do these carrots.
About 2 videos.
And Ian is gonna be back and forth because he's making a video on his iPad. I've been fermenting things, and it's my new addiction, for lack of a better way of putting it. We should be doing an unboxing because my canner came, but I have nothing to can, so we're just not gonna do that right now. I've been playing with random things today and making messes, so I'm going to start. Shoot, I forgot something already. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of salt, a little bit more in the bottom of this jar. Just a mess today, just a mess, this size jar. And I'm using these, they're already cleaned and washed. People always pick when I start videoing to text me. Yes, I always love you all the time.
And we're doing 2 videos.
Yes.
Again. Can I have some chips, please?
Not right now. You want to bite a carrot?
I want a carrot of these ones.
You want a carrot? Get the carrot. You like carrots.
I don't want them.
Of course not. So far today, I've spilled flour. It's just been a big mess today. It's just been messy. I charged this because when I used it the other day, I couldn't get it to seal the jar that I was playing with, and I had put some flour out into, it doesn't all fit into my canister. So I had put I'd put it into, yeah, words can come out. I'd put it into the jar, and I was practicing using that to seal it with, because it creates a vacuum seal with this attachment. I think I may have talked about it on the video. I can't remember exactly. Hang on, I have to get something. Must have trusty little pounder. Thing is just so much fun to use. Kind of, I'm getting, once I do these I'm just loose packing. I did carrot sticks the other day. Nobody else really liked them but me, so oh well. I'm gonna do some cauliflower. I'm gonna do start another thing of sauerkraut. I'll show you the differences in how they look as they ferment, if I remember. I have stray hair in my face. But yeah, fermenting is fun, and it's not hard to do at all, and most everything is tasty once it's fermented. And I'm just kind of, I'm smushing the carrots down, show you kind of, it's kind of smushing the actual juice out. Of the carrot, so that whenever I put the rest of the water in mixed with the salt, it's already, the carrots are already ready to do their thing. And so it's gonna not take this entire thing, I don't think. I think I have more fun watching this stuff ferment than anything. Smush these down in there. I'm trying to get the jar to fit. The other thing that I want to talk to you all about, I addressed this on Twitter. I hope you can see me, because I'm smushing carrots. There comes a time when you just got to back up and be real. And I haven't been. I'm going to continue doing this, but I'm going to talk to y'all. Because this is the biggest part of it is almost done. Actually, I need to smash it down some more. So we'll do that. If you followed my channel, you know that I've grieved my dad in a horrible way. Well, I don't want to say horrible because it's not accurate. Yes, can I help you?
What are you doing, Grammy?
I'm making carrots.
You're doing it good.
Yes.
And Grammy, can I have some goldfish?
Not right this moment.
I see the Mickeys.
Not right this moment.
Excuse me.
Anyway, we're going to get back to what we were talking about. When you have 4 trays.
Hey.
Son, please.
It says diesel on the there.
Sprinkle just a touch of salt on the top of that. Anyway, when you get to where I've been, which is, I guess, a touch of denial. I'm going to go ahead and pour, using spring water. And doggone it. Anyway. I normally just use a bottle, and I grabbed the gallon, so, you know, potential for a mess today. That's where we are. Get that in there and get it filled up. I don't know why I'm doing it through the funnel. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about that I addressed on Twitter, that's actually a little bit too much carrots, is anger. And my anger, I want to kind of elaborate. Give me 1 second. I have to get a stick. I forgot. It's going to become my new name, as I forgot. There is a ton of chaos that happens at my house. Some of it is not my fault. Some of it is there's too much stuff, there's too many people. And some of it is I quit trying. That's what I want to address with you. And that's why I made it a point. I'm just going to take this and poke it down in here to make sure that we got the, we probably should use something a little stronger than this, but it's going to have to do for now. Just make sure we got the water through everything, because it's going to run over whenever I push the... This is one of those days that I'm ready to give up before I even get started. And that's why I wanted to talk to y'all about the whole anger deal that I was trying to talk about on my Twitter. I got stuck. Gonna push it down well enough. I got stuck in anger long about somewhere between the 2nd year and the 3rd year after my dad died. And this is gonna be messy. And it's the kind of anger that just festers, because it's not, you don't want to admit this anger to anyone. It's not a healthy anger, and it's not, there's no real way to get rid of it. It just is. It just is. You're angry at that person for leaving you. But at the same time, you know, I wouldn't bring my dad back to suffer another second. He fought, making a big mess. This is clearly just not, this is just not going to be my day, for lack of a better way of putting it. I've packed these too tight, and I knew that I did. So we're going to just stop and back up. We may just give up and abort mission on this one. Anyway, what I was trying to get across that didn't really come across as well as it should have I got too many carrots in here, and I'm going to take some back out because I'm just not fighting with this today. My anger, I'm also hungry. My anger was at my dad to a degree. It's also at everybody, you know, and that was the part of it that began to consume me, was that I was angry with everybody, with people in my family, for no real, I mean, sometimes I had a right to be angry, most of the time not. I was angry with them because I could be angry with them. Most of the people that I was angry with don't even know that I was angry with them. I just was. And let me show you real quick. The carrot ferment. There, kind of shake it. You see the bubbles? That's my favorite part, is seeing the bubbles go up. It gets I get lost in this. This has become a, like, I don't know, great way to keep me occupied and a great way to vent. But the other thing, in allowing this anger to all but consume me, I stopped caring about a lot of stuff. I stopped caring about me. Starting to garden and stuff like that has helped me tremendously, and it also helped me get to this point of being able to say, yeah, I was angry. I am angry. I'm working on getting over it, but I'm admitting, and I had to get there to where I could say, I'm angry. And like I said, I wouldn't, for even a twinkling of an eye moment, bring my dad back to suffer. But at the same time, I'm angry because him leaving meant that I had to step into a different role. And while, you know, for the longest time I carried that big bad, you know, role, you know, I can do this role, inside of me, I hated it. Inside of me, when something would go wrong, I wanted so bad to pick up the phone and call Dad. So what'd I do? How'd I fix this? What'd I do? I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep myself together. When I decided to plant last year, late in the season, instinctively, I wanted to call Dad. You know, ask him, you know, I've waited so late. I couldn't. Had to do it and trust myself. And that's the big key right there. I had to learn how to trust myself. And even though I've been married for 33 years, we've owned homes, we've owned vehicles, we pay our bills, all that good stuff, I've always had, I don't want to call it a safety net, because that's not exactly what it was. And I still have my mom, and understand that I'm not taking anything away from my mom. I'm talking about the emotion. I still have my mom, so I've not had to go through these emotions with my mom. I don't want to. I'll just tell you right now, straight up, I don't want to, because it's going to be awful. But I wanted to just kind of open up and say, some grief is ugly. It has ugly parts to it. And my ugliest part has been my anger. And until it got to the point to where I was cooking supper. I just stopped cooking supper, got my car keys to my car. Now, I have my Avenger, I have my Fusion. They're both my cars. The Fusion is in my name. It's my car. The reason why it's in my name is because it was the car that I wanted from the time that my dad bought it. And I ultimately ended up with it years later, a whole lot of years later, but I still love it like it was showroom new. But anyway, I took a drive, and I ended up at Veterans Park, parked next to a tank. I wasn't driving erratically or anything like that. I just had to just get somewhere and get it out. So I sat there and talked to a tank, and God, because my anger was consuming me. It was every waking moment, there was something another reason to be angry, or another excuse. And I was becoming this person that I didn't even know, because that's not me. So I just felt like that I needed to share that with you and people that care about me, because it's a step forward. It may not seem like it, but sitting there in my car and actually saying the words, I'm mad, I'm angry. I'm angry because you're not here. Verbalizing that. Anytime that you do that, when you verbalize something that's going on in here, it puts it out here and it puts it in perspective. The problem the anger and stuff like that I have is not as massive anymore. It's whenever I said that, and whenever I say it out loud, there are other people that say, hey, I get it. I understand. And that's whenever I start to heal for that part of it. I'm never going to stop missing my dad. I'm never going to stop talking about him. I'm never going to stop loving him. But I am going to stop being angry. Because even though I still need him, I still wish he was here, I'm okay. And he left me with enough to do this. So I'm getting all, and I said I wasn't going to do that. So I'm going to end this here. And I thank you all so much for joining me and listening to me. And in a few days, I'll show you how these turn out. I'm going to go ahead and try to accomplish something today, because all that I've really done is made a mess, or a big mess. And I need to tend to that. But thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for listening to this. I know it's a longer video, and I hope that I've clarified what I was talking about on Twitter. I'm mad that he's not here. I'm angry that he's not here. And I know it's part of life. And I want to be past the anger. So that's where we're at. That's what we're going to work on. I absolutely love these little things. Have I said that? Probably. These lids, they're fermenting lids. This is it. You know, I don't have to worry about going back and burping the jar or anything like that. If it leaks over, I have to clean it. That's it. That's it. And it does it. Boom. Anyway, have a good day. We'll talk about the ferment stuff in another video. From Remnant Backyard Urban Homestead. I'm the mayor's daughter. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video.